Oh, my hearties, a very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McCLUE. Lovely to be with you, of course, and lots of superb chat tonight. So I thought we'd just pop up. We've just gone 8 o'clock, I think. Yes, something like that, 8 o'clock. I think it's about a minute past 8. And let everybody know what's happening. Riley says, hello, Scottie. There's Cece. Hello, Cece. How nice to see you. How fantastic is that? Good evening, Scottie. Hi, Scottie. Guys, tell us where you're watching from. That's very important as well. And, of course, we're live on the YouTube tonight, so we can see what's what. I'll say good evening to our YouTubers. A wonderful evening to you guys. Good evening. Fantastic YouTubers. Good evening. Good evening. Right, that's that. That's gone in there. A nice good evening to all of our YouTubers, I can tell you. What are we talking about tonight? Says Chrissy. Chrissy, we will be talking about lots and lots of things tonight. But I'm not going to talk about the BBC or the Hugh Edwards things. There's plenty of people bumping their gums about that. So there we are. I just hope that the BBC have got some sort of proper network for looking after their employees when they are in extremis. That's what I would say. Riley says, I'm watching from Wishaw in Scotland. Scottie, it's been a while, my friend. Francis, it's not been that long, Big Frank there. But it's maybe been a wee while. But it's lovely to be back with you, I can tell you. My mate DINKY-DOO, I'm in the Hare Myers Hospital. Robert, I hope you're okay. I know the Hare Myers. You're in good company in Hare Myers, because I can tell you who was in Hare Myers, a famous person. George Orwell, that wrote Animal Farm and 1984. Some of which we're experiencing now, I can tell you. Right, what do we got here? Notifications. I think we can get rid of you. Fantastic. There we are. Lovely, lovely. We'll just block you. Some nifty. Fantastic. Right, so that's that. That's beautiful, that is, isn't it? Now, who else have we got here? Are the phones on, says Frank? No, I don't think I'll put the phones on, Frank, because they're not behaving themselves. So we need to see what's going on there. What's up from Whangarei in New Zealand? We love you in Whangarei in New Zealand. DINKY-DOO, I say to every single one of you. Oh, hi. There we are. No, notifications have stopped spinning foods because they've had a lifetime ban for trying that on, that sort of nonsense. Do you know what I mean? Just a lot of silly rubbish. There we are, absolutely gone. Scottie, did you ever do any boxing? No, not really. I never needed to do it. I did rowing and sailing instead, and rugby, of course. But I was never really a boxer. But I worked with a boxer, an absolute gentleman. And I wouldn't have liked to have been on the other end of one of his punches, though. There we are. I am Daniel from Bourneville. Now, Daniel, are you from Bourneville, down in Birmingham, or another Bourneville? Hello, Scottie, I'm loving the Glengarry. It's quite stylish. Everybody seems to love the Glengarry. I've still got all my bonnets, but I decided we'd just put on the Glengarry tonight. Happy Friday night to you all. If you've just joined us, a very, very warm welcome. Get following on the TikTok, of course. So there we are. Thank you to Leah and others for contributing to the live goal. Guys, up here, now you never ever need to give me a thing, but up here is a live goal for 200 red roses. And we've already got 2. And we've only been up for a couple of minutes. So there you are. So that's very, very good of you, Leah. Very, very kind of you. You've got the #1 gifter badge. Scottie, that was a fake notification. Of course it was. We've seen them all a million times. I don't really know what kind of half-wit thinks they should send these out. Right, there we go. Hello from the wee county. Now, wee man, where is the wee county? I think we should be told. So what have we got? So the poor Robert's in the Hairmyres, just at East Kilbride there. Hello, Scotty, a dinky-doo, Robert. And Glenn says, how's things, Scotty? Things are very good, Glenn. Absolutely. Getting days and times confused again, Scotty. Maybe time to reconsider your future. Numpty Heed, if it's you that's getting the days and times confused, why would I be considering my future? You know what I mean? Although you'll probably see the answer lies in the TikTok and YouTube videos. All right, so look at, say, I think it's the last TikTok video. So even if you don't watch them all tonight, watch that one, because it will tip you the wink. Numpty Heed, you need to, time for you to wise up, my boy. You know, I know you're very confused, but we'll get there. We'll get you there. I say to you, how are they not behaving, Scotty? The phones. We're getting feedback, Frank. So I don't quite understand it. It happened on Saturday night. It was quite severe. And when I talk on the phone, my voice comes back a second or two later. And then when the other person on the phone, the caller, talks, their voice reverbs as well. So it's all rather strange, I say to you. Go on and fire them on. Do you think so, Francis? Would you be giving us a call? How are you doing, Scotty? Ben, we're amazing. Ben G. So lovely. No worries, Scotty. Where are you located just now? Well, I'm in Scotland, Frank. So marvellous stuff. We're in Scotland. Long live the king. Absolutely. Do you know that I put up the truth for the nationalists? Right now, I'm, as you know, a great man for independence. I think Scotland would do very well. But we need to get everybody 100% behind the monarchy. And if they're not going to do that, then Scotland won't do very well. So there we are. So they're cutting off their nose to spite their faces. And what they need to do is get behind the king. So what have we got? Scotty, do you listen to music? I don't, Mr. Man, no. So there we are. Mr. Man, I would tidy up your handle because you're only going to get ignored with that kind of handle. Just completed the West Highland Way and tuning into Scotty. Andrew, congratulations, because the West Highland Way is not for the faint-hearted. Am I right or am I 100% correct? Well done to you. That's what we like. Hello from Glasgow, says Davy. Hello, Davy. Hello from Loyalist Stirling. Ali P. I think Stirling will always be loyal to the crown, even although we thrashed the English people at Stirling Brig. Am I not right? And Bannockburn. Glasgow Fair Friday at Dixie. That's why we're getting mobbed with the Ouijas tonight. Fantastic. So there we go. Scotty, the line's open. No, Glenn, because we're getting too much feedback just at the moment. So we'll maybe have to keep the lines for when we're back at base. So progress flag, Scotty. What is that all about, Chrissy? I couldn't tell you. There you are. So there you go. Now then, Reflections Gold, you sound like a waster. So I think we'll say goodbye to you. There we are. Gone. Lifetime ban. Right. Fantastic. Do you know any history of the Glasgow Fair holidays, Scotty? Yes, the fair. The fairs would come to Glasgow. But there's a lot of history. I don't know all of it. Surprise. I think it's time for a general sup of tea, guys. Is anybody else watching with a cup of tea? Now, can you see the writing properly on that? That tea is beautiful. A cup of Yorkshire tea. But I'll tell you what I had this afternoon. I had a mint herbal tea. And my goodness, was that refreshing. So there you have it. But no, let's have more history of the guys going, what's with the fake French accent? I don't know, Reflections. I don't have one. So there we are. So you'll have to tell us. Do you have a Tammy? Oh, I've got a Tammy, all right. I can tell you. You're not the bloke who was in Red Rose Gold, are you, James? I am. I celebrated my 31st anniversary about 2 weeks ago. Isn't that brilliant? And you'll see it on the TikTok and YouTube videos. So I am the bloke who was in Red Rose Gold. James, fancy you remembering that. Tell us more. Hi, I'm also Welsh. Right, what else are you, Thomas? There, Thomas is also Welsh, but you must be something else to be also Welsh. So tell us more about yourself, Tam. Stop pretending you are from Europe. We're all from Europe. There we are. Where are you on holiday, Scotty? Oh, my goodness, I can't disclose the location. Hello from Indiana, says Rick. Rick, how lovely to have you with us from Indiana. Indiana wants me, but I can't go back there. Isn't that not incredible? I gave 500 likes. You did. Spinning Food, this is wonderful. Now, that's 2,400 likes. How long have we been live? Who can tell me? How long have we been live? There we are, about 10 minutes or something. Here's Susan. Good evening, Scotty. Good evening, Susan. Scotty, I have a can of Prime. Now, what on earth is that? Scotty, how dare you say the Scots thrashed us English since you're an honorary Yorkshireman? Ah, yes, but where was I in the Wars of the Roses? I would be with the White Rose. Oh, yes. Or the Red Rose, you see. Numpty is on, Mac. Is the genuine article. Guys, thank you for your lovely gifts. I've got 32 red roses out of 200. Can you see it on the TikTok right there? 32 out of 200. Can you see that? Tell me if you can see the goal, guys. 3,200 likes. You're beautiful, beautiful people. Mama T has just sent me 11 beautiful red roses. Mama T and Amanda has sent me one. Mama T sent another 10. Jill has sent a red rose. Amanda has sent another 2. Mama T has sent another 16. Dee has sent me a heart me. Dee has hearted me. Everybody's going bananas, going tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap, tap, tap on their phones. And we're up to 4,500 likes. I don't know. How beautiful are you people? How beautiful are the feet, as the old anthem goes. How beautiful are the feet. Please fire the phones on, my friend. Well, Francis Macca, you won't phone, my friend, because you never do. Am I right, my friend? So there you have it. So I don't want to put them on if you'd phone, but it echoes, so we wouldn't get much of a call. I remember you from the Austin Powers film, absolutely QWERTY. Was I not outstanding? There we go. Hello, Snotty, how are you doing? Hello, Fire P. DINKY-DOO. Alan has just joined us. Guys, get following as soon as you can. Tremendous stuff. Slange says, drunking. Drunking, lovely to have you with us. Were you in the Army Cadets? No, I wasn't in the Cadets. I was in the Sea Cadets and the Scouts. DINKY-DOO says, Gox. Every time I talk, my wife's voice comes back louder. Ali B, how funny are you? What you need to do is start eating your soup with a fork, right? Because then when your wife says to you, when you're finished your soup, can we talk? What comments are you reading? I'm reading the comments on TikTok and on YouTube. So when you see me do this, I'm reading the YouTube. Good evening, Faye Greenock, says David Ferguson. David, how lovely to have you with us, Faye Greenock. Can everybody subscribe and share? Let's sort out the YouTubers. YouTubers, if you're watching, can you give me a thumbs up? One of these, right? I'll pull back a little bit. So if you can give us a thumbs up, you'll see it at the bottom left of your picture. There's a wee thumb. And if you can click that, that would just be fantastic so that we know you're there. Can you see it? Down to the bottom left. That's the right. There's the left. Bottom left, or is that your bottom right? You should see a wee thumbs up. And if you can click that and subscribe as well. Thumbs up. Whereabouts, Scotty? Professor Numpty, bottom left of the YouTube picture, I think. If you can click me one, Numpty, that would be great. Then we'll know if it's working. So bottom left of the YouTube picture is a little thumbs up sign. Can we see it? YouTubers, talk back to me, please. That's the Parliament. Oliver says, where in Scotland? The West Coast. Fantastic. So there you go. Amazing. You're getting hacked when your phone does that, bro. No, we're not getting hacked. Raccoon. Joan, the hotel, the fire alarm went off in the hotel. It did indeed. No, I don't own this one. So there you go. Up the Royal Artillery, says Novachu from Ireland. You're obviously a great British Army man, Novachu. We salute you, sir. Up the Royal Artillery. There we are. Thank you for contributing, guys. You're so beautiful. You're so kind to Scottie McClue. The TikTokers particularly have sent me 63 red roses. We're only looking for 200. So very, very kind of you. There it's there. But you never, ever, 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 ever feel that you have to give Scottie McClue anything, because we're free at the point of delivery for you. And I've been doing it now for years. And all that stuff. But we're apparently going back on the radio. Oh, Numpty Heed must have given us a thumbs up. Numpty Heed, was that you that did the thumbs up on the YouTube channel? I can see it there. And if everybody watching on YouTube, just click the subscribe button, guys. Now, I remember calling to speak to you on Scott FM. Do you know, Emma, that was Scotland's finest radio hour. Nothing has ever improved on Scott FM. Amanda has given me more red roses. We're now at 65. Fantastic. And I hope you enjoyed Scott FM, Emma. We're going back on the wireless, probably in the not too distant future when we get things organized. No, but I just did it to double the thumbs up. Ah, Professor Numpty, so can you see it? Is it working? Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, can you do me the thumbs up bottom left-hand corner? Is that right, Numpty Heed? That's wonderful stuff. Come on, Numpty Heed. We need to get a bit of... Prime is an energy drink, Scotty. Ah, this is an energy drink. Yorkshire tea. Whoa, so much energy in my tea. We love Scott FM. Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. We are the people, says Craig. I remember the calls from Mr. Abbott in the 90s. James. Do you remember that, James Reese? Yes, Mr. Abbott used to call Scottie McClue to get himself some listeners. Trying to pinch my audience fat chance. There we are. What's the symbol on your hat? The symbol is the badge, the hand of justice. So there you go. That's my own badge. Hello there, sir. Hello, Daniel. You love the Ouijas. I don't love the Ouijas. I adore the Ouija's. So there we have it. Agree we need to support the monarchy, but if the government won't allow us to use the pound, what then? Vicky, it's not up to them to allow us to do anything. I had some dafty on this afternoon saying you need a constitutional expert, and I had to explain that I am a constitutional expert. So there we are. So no, we don't need permission to use the pound. You know, I mean, the pound sterling, we could fix it to the pound Scots and just fix the actual rate, the exchange rate. I mean, Ireland did it for years with the punt, you know, and when the Irish wanted to make a few quid, they would very nicely say to your UK tourists, you know, I can only give you one for one. Is that all right now? So there we go. We love it. Scottie McCLUE, Dinky-Doo. You're definitely Scottie. You can't beat the old Yorkshire tea. Frank, it's outstanding, I say to you. And guys, get used to the YouTube channel. Get following, get subscribing, get sharing a lot. We need to start building up now. Hello, Scottie. Hello, Jill. Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Guys, what are you people like? You're so beautiful. 9,400 likes. 9,400 likes, because everybody's been going tap, tap, tappity tap, 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 tappity tap on their phones. Can we have another 600 taps, please, from everyone? So there you go. The Masons started in Scotland. Is that a department store, Jay? There we are. There was one that my mother used to shop at, and I'm not sure if it was Masons. Can't remember. Anyway, do you own an hotel? All right, pal. Well, you know, you've got to own an hotel. If you're not, everybody in showbiz owns an hotel. Do you remember the late Chick Murray had an hotel in Bruntsfield in Edinburgh? Chick Murray's Hotel, fantastic. And look it up, Scottie, you're amazed as to what it means. The progress flag. What has the world come to? I'll have a look, Chrissy. Opinion on Ireland. Well, Ireland, a stunningly beautiful island full of stunningly beautiful people. What more can I say? So there we go. That's my opinion on Ireland. That's my experience of Ireland, I know. Every blade of grass on the Emerald Isle. I could take you right down to the very bottom, to Clonakilty, to the Ring of Kerry. Now you're talking. Lisa Maria has followed. Dinky-Doo. Thank you very much, guys. Right, we're needing another 25 followers. So get following. Thank you for your service, brother. Are you too, brother? Lol, says she. Oh, she. Lol. I say to you. Now then, hi, I'm from Scotland. Mama One. We can't thank you enough for your beautiful gifts. Guys, can you believe this? We were looking for 200 red roses, and we've got 65 already. I don't know. It's incredible. Say lol, says she. I said lol. So there we have it. J.D. Donnelly says, did you apply the emollient cream? Look, J.D., see the difference. Where's the big rash? Of course I applied the emollient cream. Yes. Emollient or emoluments. Thoughts on Airdrieonian and Scottie? Very, very fine people. Jump off at the cross, I say. Right, Mama sent 26 red roses. Is she not amazing? There's Bobby. Good evening, Scottie. Good evening, Bobby. Do you like rugby, Scottie? Well, I used to play it. And I go to the matches to watch it. Go to Murrayfield. So there was, I suppose I must like it. Now, who else have we got? Mama sent another 11. Vicky L. Vicky L is sending another 20 red roses, guys. 22. Vicky. She's gone overboard there. I hope you haven't left yourself short. I now have 87 red roses. Guys, this is like Monopoly. What are you like? Scotty, my newspaper's out of date. Should I throw it out? Numpty, do you not keep it for lighting the fire? Does everybody in Edinburgh not have a coal fire to keep the castles warm? I mind listening to you on TalkSport. Ah, John, yes, indeed. Well, it was Talk Radio at the time, was it not? There we are. Thank you to Gillian, 45326, and all the others for contributing. We've now got 87 red roses out of 200. So we're almost halfway there. If anybody else is feeling flush and likes to pop in a red rose, I do HP, yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you. There's Tori, Tori, before you all start. Are you the guy from Still Game? No, but apparently I was the original inspiration for Still Game. What about that? Scotty McClue with his bonnet. We didn't wear the Glengarry in those days. Scotty, I'm sitting here with a fella old pirate. You have to say hello to Snoop. Oh, hello, Snoop, lad. Marco has just given me a dozen red roses. Marco, way over. He's away up to 20. Marco, what are you like? Marco's just given us 20 red roses, guy. We're halfway. We're way over halfway. 107 red roses out of 200. Are we going to make our goal tonight? 10,600 likes. You people are beautiful. Now then, somebody was asking at the start of the show tonight, what are we discussing? We are not discussing the BBC and Hugh Edwards. We'll leave that to the rest of them. They can get stuck into that. But my only comment is I hope the BBC have got a support network for when their employees are in extremis. Yes, indeed, it's one thing throwing money at people, but eventually the money just doesn't do it. You know, people that need more money, they will never have enough. Do you know what I mean? So it's not about money, it's about the whole quality of the thing. And, the guy was a first-class presenter, I can tell you. Scotty, I'm sitting here. Yes, indeed, we've done that. Hello to Snoop. So there we are. Let's get rid of Kai. Kai's a waster. There he goes. Bye-bye, Kai. No point, people like that. Big on. 7 red roses, ACF is it. Boffa has just sent me a red rose, and that takes us to 108. 108 red roses. Is that not beautiful? I know you're a fan of channels. Just a question. So there, does something take the crown down south? Are you not talking about a character in Enid Blyton? Do you remember a friend of Noddy's? I think that's what you're on about, Jim. It's not been a fan of channels. I accept the crown as our symbol of authority. That's all. It's actually not to do with individuals. We get too hung up with personalities. You should be a sports commentator. Do you know, Connor, I don't know enough about football, but I've been told that if I knew my football, I would be commentating on the Old Firm games for the top broadcasters. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to Ibrox this afternoon. You're listening to Scotty McClue. We're going to have a look at our teams and see just what's happening. Start off with the Rangers. Do you remember me, Scotty? All right, pal. How could I ever forget you? I've just been given a huge gift there. The Scottish women team 2-0. Pepe. How amazing. Scotty, we all have different opinions on people who are in the limelight. It's a matter of opinion. People don't need to take things personally when people disagree. People's views on people. Glenn, you are such a great man, a lovely person, and you're a very, very good man. And you talk well of people, and you're 100% correct. Just because we have a different opinion. You know, I've now been doing phone-in programs on the media, online, big FM radio stations, medium wave stations, the internet across the world. And I've been doing them for 31 years. And I always say at night, put all your toys away and we'll do it all again tomorrow. And I play to huge audiences because the people that listen to Scottie McClue, the people that watch Scottie McClue, have got it right. They understand the game. They understand the value of their talk show with their chosen presenter. Because I wouldn't have got these millions of people listening if we weren't providing something that they liked. It's an appointment to listen, and it's a decision to tune in. And my audiences always find me, whether it's on a tiny site on your phone, whether it's on social media, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Threads, Instagram, you name it, Scottie McClue is there for you saying Dinky-Doo. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch. If you love it, then just get stuck in and enjoy yourself. That's what it's all about. I can tell you. Scottie, if you could invite 3 people for dinner, past or present, who would you invite and why and what meal and in what destination? I think I would just have them to the House, Glen. Or maybe to a nice Yorkshire pub. Or maybe to my London club. And I think I would certainly like to have James Watt, not just because he's a fellow Grenokian, but because he started the Industrial Revolution. And he joined with Matthew Boulton and had a firm called Boulton and Watt in Birmingham. And they pioneered the photocopier in the late 1700s. But his thing was starting the Industrial Revolution. Very brilliant man, James Watt. And I think Robert Burns, because although he was young and everything, he was highly entertaining, very brilliant, and knew everybody. So I think I might have Robbie Burns. And then, I don't know if he would come, but I would love to have Jesus at the party. And if I couldn't have Jesus at the party because he was maybe double booked, I would have Donald Trump. So James Watt, Robbie Burns, or Rabbi Burns, and Jesus Christ. Don't want you to think I'm being over familiar calling him by his first name. If I couldn't have Jesus, I would have Donald Trump. Just for the banter, you know? So there you are. So that'll let you know what's what. Who have we got here? Scottie, it's me, Zadine. Zadine, Dinky-Doo. Lovely to have you with us. The Space Cadet's on here. That hat doesn't fit. The hat fits perfectly, 100%. What makes you think the hat doesn't fit? Tell me more. I'm very, very interested. So you've said that hat doesn't fit. Why do you think that? Tell us more. Hello all. Hello, Robert McNaughton from the hospital. There's the wonderful Susan Forrest in Lancashire. Hello, Robert. And what meal, Scottie? Glenn. Now, I would need to check if there were any sensitivities because Rabbi was not well and he was drinking quite heavily. And Jesus, I think we could have some bread and some wine. We could maybe have 2 fishes and 5 loaves. Yes, I'm just thinking, so what would we have for the meal? So we could have bread pudding. We could have the fish course. Then we could maybe have the fatted calf. Would that be all right with new potatoes and butter? And what would we have for vegetables that they would all recognize? Maybe a bit of cabbage, something like that, or beans or peas. Yes, beans and peas. So that's what we'd have, I'd say to you. And some nice wine out of water. Scotty, it's Sam again. Good to see you live. Have a good weekend. My son turns 1 on Sunday. Sam, that's just fantastic. Dinky-Doo. You're a class above as usual, Scotty. Dinky-Doo, pint man in Northern Ireland. You're very kind. I've just had 3 red roses sent to me. I've got 137 red roses out of 200. Honestly, you people are beautiful. Guys, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, can you all ensure that you're subscribed and tapping the bell to get your notifications? Because we're going to be very busy. And when I go back on the radio, I won't have time to keep reminding you and reminding you. There's the wonderful Maria Knight. Now, Maria is one of the most beautiful people in the world, inside and out. I've never met her. I just know. And she has, over the years, been so kind and so generous. Do you know what she's just done? She's given us all the red roses, and we've just achieved our goal. Isn't that beautiful? We're sitting on 13,500 likes. Can you all see that? That's important. Dinky-Doo, Scottie McClue, hi from Glasgow, laddie. Monkey says, can I get a shout out? But when you say my name, so say it suspiciously. So like, shout out to Monkey. Maria, what are you doing, my darling? Be careful. You'll spend all your money. Maria's given us 100 red roses. Thanks, it says at the go. It says thank you. Maria, you're so very kind. Mike says a school friend called you and lied that he was bullied back in the 90s. The Record did a story on it. Oh, really, Mike? And he told McClue a whopper. Well, tuttity tut. McClue's only met one bad man in his life. Somebody said, oh, be careful, there's a lot of them about. Only met one bad man. There we are. Can I get a shout out? So there you are. Yes, you can. Thanks to Tardu. Vicky L has just sent a huge gift. Scotty. Now, Robbie, why do you say that? Scottie McClue. 50 years of research on international affairs. An IQ of 164. So many letters after my name, I don't use them. Well, very occasionally, to save people. I don't use them. So why would you say Scottie McClue? I find that very, very strange. Yes. Now, perhaps you're wanting to be a wit and you're halfway there. Poshest bloke about, not at all said. There is nothing posh about me. What did you eat for breakfast, Scotty? Addy. I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. I'm staying in a beautiful place at the moment, and I had a full Scottish breakfast. I had scrambled egg. I had poached egg. I had bacon. I had beef sausage. I had chicken sausage. I had hash browns and a glass of orange juice and a cup of tea. So, is that too much? Portion control, I say. Follow us, guys, as soon as you possibly can. We need lots and lots of followers. Maybe another 100 would be just nice. Hello, Mr. Scotty from South Georgia in the USA, says the wonderful Scott Chastain. What a lovely name, Scott. What's the accent? Very cool. Pinky, this is not really an accent, just the way I speak. There's nothing I can do about it. How's things today, Jordan? Lovely to have you with us. Fully agree, Scott FM was sheer brilliance. Jonah, was it not just? Although I say it myself, everybody that worked on Scott FM, terrific people. Terrific people, Scotty, I think people like to pull you from the back. Do you know, Glenn, I think they do like to try and work me from the back, because they look at me and they think, he's maybe not that bright, we'll try and work him from the back. But as I say, I've only met one bad man, and a very, very, very bad man. I mean, a genuinely bad man. He pretended he was a good man. And I think I got a wee bit fooled by that. And I found out he was a genuinely bad man. So there you have it. Isn't that incredible? The full bit. So toxicity, thieving, lying, cheating. I fully agree. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Up the Royal Scots. We salute you. Pontius Pilate's regiment. Pontius Pilate's bodyguard. Should we pull out the war? Well, JD, I can't discuss the war simply because the platforms don't like it. Do you know what I mean? If you touch on something that they don't really want out there and you say it, then they don't like that. So we can't actually discuss the war, but there should be no war anywhere in this day and age. Scotland named by the Romans for the Scotti tribe from Ireland who settled in Scotland in the 6th century. Do you know, Ido, you're 100% right. And when you get idiots saying, somebody sent me a squirrel. Isn't that beautiful? When you get idiots saying to me, the English king, the English monarchy. No. Our monarchy has bloodlines going back to the ancient Celtic royals, RI, before Scotland. So the monarchy predates Scotland. And the first monarch in Scotland, I think, would be Kenneth MacAlpin in about, was it 964? And he was crowned at Danad Fort in Argyll, just outside Lochgilphead, between Lochgilphead and Kilmichael Glazery. Gift roses, thank you so much. Shout out for my friend Abby, please. She's a big fan of yours. Emma, I shall. Put some lip salve on. There. Don't need any salve. Stuarty has just given me a hat and mustache. Guys, we're just about to hit 15,000 likes. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, I do. C. Shout out. Absolutely, Emma. We've done that. Why would I want to put lip salve on? To solve what? Do you have a view, opinion on Palestine? Yeah. I mean, the problem is the British were very good at taking over places, but they weren't so good at leaving them. And we had to get out of Palestine. in, was it 47, 48? There you are. That's what would be going on. Chrissy says, who's the mason in the tartan? Now, the only mason I know is Perry. Could it be Perry Mason? The old Raymond Burr, the old actor, but I don't think he wore a kilt, to be honest with you, Chrissy. So there we have it, but we'll see. Did Perry Mason wear a kilt? Thoughts on Aberdonians? Fit like Grande. He was just wanted to ken you chaffing awa. And who is your doos? Fit like. Oh, we love the Aberdonians. Cat or dog, says Chrissy. Both, Chrissy. So there we have it. Now then, who have I got? Your 20 red roses, no problem, Chief. Do you know, Marco, you are so kind. Chrissy's calling me Hun. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. You too, Hun. Keep your snout out. Keep your snout out of what? God save the King, Scotty, from Derbyshire. Matt Bradley, we love you in Derbyshire, and I agree with you. God save the King. Now then, who have we got here? Scotty, when you meet a bad person, does it make you a stronger person from your past experience? Oh, Glenn, it makes you very strong and very powerful. And, sorting a bad person's mistakes out and putting everything right that their toxicity has caused can be very, very interesting and very rewarding. And, tremendous teaching and experience. Tremendous. I just should have twigged that this guy was a liar. And then I could have found out that he was a thief and he was a fraudster and all that, and had been, I think, probably for the better part of his life. When I looked back and found the history that came tumbling out, and then after, I'd had the problem with this person, he went on to ruin other people's lives or attempt to ruin other people's lives. So these people they're very dangerous from that point of view. But yes, you really get sharpened up and you know what is what. I think probably I'd been brought up to be so trusting because I lived among so many trustworthy people. And I've been very lucky. I had terrific, trustworthy bosses in business, who even on a shaky hand would say, no, I'll see that you get that sorted, and would do it, and it was wonderful. And then I think just bang, we hit a brick wall with a real baddie, and that's what happens. So there you go. But just everybody be very, very careful. Don't sign anything. Don't try and... I think the problem is I thought perhaps I could help this person out. And people like that just don't care about any other human beings. Very interesting. So there we have it. But you learn. Chicken sausage, says Susan. Yes, Susan Forrest in Lancashire there. Chicken sausage. And beef sausage as well, a mix. Not a mix of the sausage, a separate sausage. First time I've ever had it. Chicken sausage. Has anybody else ever had a chicken sausage? Do tell us. It's rumoured, says Professor Numpty Head, that the letters after your name are YOBBO. So that would be for the young and the old, the bachelors, and the British officers. Would that be right? So you're covering the young, the old, the bachelors, and the British officers. Would that be right, Numpty? Is that what you meant? Have I cracked your code? Excellent stuff. Were you trying to face me with the enigma? What team do you support? I would think Lancashire, because I once watched Lancashire play Somerset, and so I think I'd probably support Lancashire. Very, very good team. There we go, Jimbo. Thank you to Inverloch and others for contributing to the live goal. Guys, you've been so beautiful tonight. I feel even more humble than usual. Amazing. There we go. Scotty, there are a lot of charlatans, especially when they ring you and ask for personal information. Glenn, absolutely. I should maybe have you as the wizard of the big switchboard. Night, hun. Night, Chrissy. Fix your eyelashes. What would you like me to do with them? There we go. Flutter them. Thank you for the red roses. Can you say hello to Maximus? I can, hun, behave. Behave, Chrissy. You need to behave, Chrissy. And there we go. Any more follows, please? Could do another 20. And thank you for your wonderful gifts tonight. Tremendous. Good evening, Scotty. So there we go. Not a fan of Charles at all. Well, used to begin. Well, it doesn't matter. Whatever you think of the incumbent, you must respect the office. Yes, indeed. And you have to know why you're not a fan. God save the King, Scotty from Derbyshire. Good evening, Matt. We salute you in Derbyshire. How beautiful is Derbyshire? On a scale of 1 to 10, could we go for the full 10? 10 plus. Oh, that's lush. Now, who have we got here? Hello, Scotty, DINKY-DOO. Hello, Legs Official. Thank you for your beautiful heart, me. The Legs Official is number 45 on the gifting team. Ibrox, DINKY-DOO. You mean Castle Grayskull? No, I meant Ibrox. Opinion on Palestine. Well, we've already given an opinion on it, I would say. You know, these people need to get round and knock their heads together. OMG, says Chrissy. So there we are. Thank you, OMG. God bless. God bless you, Chrissy. Scotty, Warsaw. You're in Warsaw, Glenn. I thought you were in the Midlands. What else have we got? Oh, I've got you here, yes. I've just come back from tomorrow's recording of the lottery. I can say that I didn't win. Numpty Heed, you don't really know. Because it hasn't been drawn, and you might be the one. And if you're the one, Numpty Heed, I would very graciously and gratefully maybe ask you to sponsor the Scottie McClue show. God bless, my darlings. Thank you, everybody. Are you living in an hotel? Well, Ian, it's not a matter of living, I'm visiting friends. There we are. Chrissy says Jesus. So she would have Jesus at the dinner party as well. Isn't that beautiful? I think he's breaking the fishes on that day. Yes. So at least Trump would say your party is the best ever. Oh, I think the Donald would enjoy spending an evening with Jesus Christ, with Rabbi Burns, with James Watt, and hopefully Scottie McClue. I think it might be quite a fun night. You know what I'm saying? Hi, dear. Could you say hi to Jake? My son, he's 12. He loves your videos. Freya, of course I could say hi to Jake. Hi, Jake. And DINKY-DOO. God bless. Thanks, son. No problem at all. Now then, what have we got here? Scotty, where are you famous from? I recall the face, but I can't remember. CEO, I've been just coming up 40 years in television and radio. Certainly you'll have either seen me on your television screen or you'll have heard me on your radio. Apparently, though, only 2 billion people have heard of me. I wish they'd send me a quid. So that means that 6 billion people in the world have not yet heard of me, Scottie McClue. Capital S, small c, O, double T-I-E. That's the Scottie. Capital M, small c, capital C, L-U-E. That's the McClue. And but we're going back on the radio. Are you a Rangers man, Scottie? Well, I kind of go between the two of them, depending on who's winning. I like the Hale doing at the Parkhead, and I like the WATP up at the Ibrox, you see. So it's very difficult to kind of settle on one or the other, you know what I mean? And I think everyone feels like that, you know. I think people should say support Celtic one year and Rangers the next. I'm Irish, says Chrissy. Well, what about you, Chrissy? What about you there, wee one? God bless you and God bless you. TSM Ball says, Scottie, are you clever? Well, I don't know. How do you measure clever? I have an IQ of 164. I have 2 degrees and a line of letters. I've had 50 years of researching international affairs, economics, politics. So, and I'm interested in everything. So I don't know if you'd call me clever or not. Guys, would you define Scottie McClue as clever? You know, the people will tell you TSM. It's fantastic. Maria has joined us. Thank you, Maria. You're so funny. I saw you, Chrissy. Right, Scottie, we missed you on the radio. Thoughts on Brexit? Brexit was the biggest act of self-harm since the First World War. We should never, ever, ever, ever let ourselves be watched from the back. So there you go. Very small hat, very small hat. Scottie, my friend, how do you do? Thank you for the squirrel. That's so kind of you, Johnny boy. What part of Wales are you from? Oh, I'm from a part of Wales that's so far north. It's actually in Scotland. See? So there we are. So I don't always get to chapel, and I don't always get to sing tenor in the choir. Fantastic. Dinky-Doo. There we go. Fantastic. The carpet fitter. Very good piece of writing there. What crest do you have in the Glengarry? I have the hand of justice. The man of law. There you have it. Favorite whiskey? Well, Mickey, I don't drink now. I don't drink alcohol. But I have many, many favorite whiskies from when I did. What's your handicap? My handicap, Ryan, is that I get a wee bit stiff going up the stairs. I suppose that's an age thing, really. Now, the 2 towns in the Great Estate, Hamilton was one. Yes, and what was the other that they said? But I don't know. Where are they mentioned? We need more of this. Oh, yes, because the alarm went off, didn't it? Guys, I'm going to have to dash. I love you lots. Ta-ra, lads. My goodness me, that came up quick. Right, you beautiful people, we're going to have to dash. Thank you for a wonderful program, quite outstanding. And just remember to stay fabulous. Dinky-Doo. Stick your tongue out and say ta-ta. Are you ready? Pa-pa.